Leipzig, Germany. Located 90 miles southwest of Berlin, this quiet city on the Rhine River is called Music City by its residents, as it was home to several world-renowned composers. Long divided by religion and politics, Leipzig was subjected to Allied air raids during World War II, and for years remained closed off from the rest of the world. A unified Germany has again put Leipzig on the map, and in 2006, the city was chosen as a host for soccer's World Cup. Just 1 month later, it plays host to a different kind of game. The video game. Welcome to the Leipziger Messe Convention Center, a state-of-the-art facility that is host to this year's Games Convention. Hundreds of thousands of frenzied fans will enter these hallowed halls to partake in interactive demos, catch a sneak peek of the newest video game releases, and the very best in professional tournaments. Some are even camping outside so as not to miss a thing. Today, we bring you the finals at the Guild Wars Factions Championship as the Korean powerhouse War Machine takes on the American upstarts Idiot Savants for the $50,000 first prize. Both teams have hit their stride, but only one guild will be crowned champion. Woo! Today's best of 3 series will decide it all. Before we go down to the floor, let's find out more about Guild Wars and how you play the game.
Guild Wars at its highest competitive level is a PvP game, which is player on player, where you have a team of 8 players versus another team of 8 players, and then each player has 8 skills. So there's a total of 64 skills on the team. It's really unique. So it's a traditional, almost like a fantasy setting, so dragons and mages and magic.
There are 2 bases, and people fight between those, and people try to kill each other with different kind of ways.
You essentially strategize with your teammates and pick out 64 skills that you want to use, and you fight this other team in a guild map.
The game launches, and there's a flag stand in the center of the map, and so it's kind of almost like a capture the flag game going on in the center. And there's a character called a guild lord, and that is a non-player character that is the king of your castle, essentially.
And then just eventually some team dies and the guild lord dies and the game is done.
They're supposed to run into the center of the map at 35 minutes. But it's an end game to force it so games don't go for hours and hours and hours. So gamers, don't die of exhaustion.
Let's recap how the game is played. The main objective of Guild Wars is to kill your opponent's guild lord. Competitive play pits 2 teams of 8 players. After being killed, players resurrect after 2 minutes, though with compromised strength due to the death penalty. A morale boost can be obtained by holding your flag stand for 2 minutes. If both teams are still standing at the 30-minute mark, the game moves to victory or death when both guild lords run into the center of the map for a final showdown. Let's recap the semifinals of the Factions Championship. In the first matchup, War Machine, #1 seed in the tournament, took on Treacherous Empire from the United States. The Koreans were all over the Americans in Game 1, pinning them in their base and gradually picking off their NPCs. VOD felt like a foregone conclusion, as the Koreans' huge morale advantage surged them to victory. In Game 2, Treacherous Empire came out with an unexpected build, but War Machine was somehow ready to counter it. Leaving Profane and Death Nova at home, Treacherous Empire couldn't make use of their pets. They lost 2 games to 0. Frustrated, exhausted, and downright schooled by the Koreans.
They kept killing our pets. We need to be taking advantage of that.
War Machine once again proved themselves to be a most dangerous and unpredictable foe. In the other semifinal match, Idiot Savants took on Last Pride in a second American-Korean matchup. In Game 1, the assassins of Last Pride quickly overwhelmed Idiot Savants, suppressing their flag runners and picking off NPCs by teleporting in and out with quick, precise strikes. In Game 2, it looked like more of the same, with Last Pride dominating out of the gate. At VOD, however, Idiot Savants completely turned it around. They pushed out, clearing Last Pride's NPC advantage with a sneaky meteor shower. With Last Pride's monks out of energy, their guild lord was quickly vanquished, keeping Idiot Savants alive for another map. The decisive Game 3 saw Idiot Savants utilizing their knowledge from Game 2, removing Last Pride's mobility advantage by turtling in their base. At the 35-minute mark, Idiot Savants made their move, running their first flag of the match. Once again, Idiot Savants drained Last Pride's monks of all energy by putting intense pressure on the Guild Lord. At 38 minutes, Last Pride's Guild Lord fell, and Idiot Savants erupted in celebration.
This is Eamon McEnany alongside Isaiah Cartwright. We will be calling the action of the finals from Leipzig, Germany, as the tenacious endgame of Idiot Savants proved brilliant and propelled them into the finals against War Machine. Now let's meet these two teams as they prepare for this highly anticipated matchup.
제 취미는 뭐 게임 하는 겁니다. 게임. 길드워나 시작하면서부터 팀을 만들기 시작했습니다. 빌드를 만들어야 되고 또 팀원들 관리를 해야 되고 연습이나 시간 그리고 어떤 대인관계 전반적인 모든 그 8명의 선수들을 혼자서 다 관리를 해야 되니까 그게 가장 어려운 것 같습니다. 이제 서로 대화를 할 수 있는 상대들이 있고 같이 이렇게 머리를 맞대고 연구할 수 있는 사람들이 있어가지고 그게 재밌는 것 같습니다.
War Machine has continued to prove why they are the best, bringing builds no one has ever seen. As they push forward into the final match, I'm sure they feel ready to respond to anything the surprising Idiot Savants may throw at them. Let's take a look at their challenger.
I guess we sort of have our core 8 people, and these aren't, the guild isn't perfectly static, and so we definitely have people that sort of leave the guild, and usually it's mainly because of personality differences. Winning is probably like the best medicine, so if you're winning a lot, people don't tend to fight. When you start losing a lot, people start bickering and that kind of stuff, and so you really got to step back and put it in perspective and try and keep that from happening, keep your guild from blowing up. Most of the players that we recruit tend to be guild leaders of other guilds that are right on the cusp of being really good, but the guild leader would rather just jump into a team that's already competitive. It's just like scouting in the sport. You want to try to cherry pick the stars from other teams. His name's Laura Valor. He was actually the guild leader of a team called PRP. Yeah, big signing bonus. We told him we'd make sure he got to Germany and buy him a beer here, so. A lot of teams sort of get into this notion that, I want to play a build that people think is really cool, or I don't want to play something that everyone says is sort of lame, or that's not a fun build to play. So we'll play whatever wins. For us, really, the trip itself is the prize, and we were really happy that we advanced so far, so we'll see how it goes.
IQ has been pulling off upset after upset in this tournament, if only by the skin of their teeth. Their willingness to use different and unique strategies has enabled them to beat every team thus far, and I'm sure taking on War Machine will be no different. I see IQ pulling out all the stops today in an effort to take down War Machine in their first championship.
When we come back, we'll bring you Game 1 between War Machine and Idiot Savants in the finals of the Guild Wars Factions Championship.
We are here at the finals of the Guild Wars Factions World Championship. 6 months guilds have been playing and competing to get here. 5 of the same 6 guilds repeating from our previous World Championship in Taiwan. Idiot Savants, the American upstarts, they didn't do as well in Taiwan, but here they took out Irresistible Blokes, the strong Finnish team. They defeated the Last Pride, the previous world champions, and they're here in the finals.
They just rocketed through the ranks here, surprising everybody in the last 5 minutes of each game they play.
IQ is probably going to concentrate a lot on kind of the bigger strategy. We certainly expect that they're going to be bringing a surprise build into the game, and we're anxious to see what that looks like.
We've kind of used all of our tricks to get this far. They've seen it, they know about it. I don't think we're going to fool them, so we're going to kind of go with something new.
I think that their goal is going to be to try to keep from closing ranks with War Machine as long as possible, because once you get in that close battle, it's just really hard to shut down the Korean teams.
War Machine, cold, methodical. They practice 17 hours a day and sleep even less than is humanly possible.
War Machine is going to do what they always do best. Their focus is always on teamwork and coordination rather than really fancy strategies or surprise builds.
War Machine is one of the oldest guilds that have been playing Guild Wars competitively since before the game was released.
They don't even socialize with the other guilds. They keep to themselves and work on their plans with machine-like precision.
또한 여기 와서 친해진 IQ와 함께 결승전을 치르게 돼서 아주 기쁩니다. 하지만 이번 게임에서만은 상대 팀이니까 저희가 준비한 최선을 다해서 승리를 위해서 열심히 노력하겠습니다.
They were the winners of the Korean Championship in 2004.
They easily took out Treacherous Empire from America. They're here in the finals. They came in second place last time, and they're hungry to come in first.
So we've got kind of the new guild versus the establishment right here, and so it's going to be a hell of a game.
It should be a lot of fun as the quest for $50,000 comes down to this.
Lots of defense, guys. Not many attacking monks unless we're spiking, okay?
It's Idiot Savants from America taking on War Machine of Korea. Map 1 is on Isle of Weeping Stone. So IQ, the Cinderella story, will be in red in Game 1. War Machine will be the blue team. This is Game 1, best 2 out of 3 series. So obviously capturing Game 1 essential to put your opponent on their heels. And Izzy, a quick look at the builds. What do you see here?
Well, it seems like both teams are running nice balanced builds. IQ not bringing out their crazy strategy that we've seen this whole tournament. We'll have to see what they're going to do here. War Machine picking a new map, one we haven't seen this championship. This is Isle of Weeping Stone. It's got these large mushrooms that emit a spore, and the spore stops you from casting spells and blinds you.
IQ going back to a build that was similar to what they used in round 1, more so than the semifinals. So it's just underway here. Game 1, best 2 out of 3 between War Machine and IQ. So sort of a feeling out process here in the beginning.
It definitely seems like, they're basically trading off flags here, basically fighting here in the middle.
Both teams slamming into each other in the center of the map, going at it here in Game 1. War Machine...
Ooh, you can see IQ just lost a guy. Looks like War Machine got a nice kill.
So War Machine picking up a kill early on here, and they are the favorites.
One of their characters has brought in Shield Bash. It seems to be causing a little bit of trouble for the number 2 player on IQ, Augie, the linebacker. He's having to spend all of his time on number 1 player instead of 2, which is what he wants to.
And Izzy, obviously War Machine has their eye on Augie because he has been getting it done for IQ throughout the tournament.
Yeah, the linebacker has been great at suppressing the enemy warriors, and the Shield Bash is basically stopping him from doing that by disabling his skills whenever he attacks him.
A rarely used skill, Shield Dash, but it was effective against Augie in the semifinals.
Here we see War Machine's number 2 player trying to do on a split and getting shut down by IQ.
Izzy, quickly take us back to what you're looking for in a split.
Well, when you do a split, you're trying to distract the enemy, get him in 2 places at once, and really break up his strategy. Doesn't look like it's paying off for War Machine, as their player keeps dropping and dying. And here we got, IQ pushing into War Machine's base and getting some nice kills. Looks like they might actually get a morale boost out of this one.
All right, so we're looking at a morale boost, a potential morale boost here. Morale boost's always key because it sets you up to give you that much more health and energy at VOD. few seconds away. War Machine looking to get to the flag stand in time, but they cannot. War Machine does not get to the flag stand in time, so IQ picks up an essential morale boost.
Yeah, IQ's linebacker was really able to keep that flag runner on the ground, giving them what they needed.
So the linebacker continuing to play a huge role for IQ here.
And it looks like IQ is going to pick up a second morale boost right there. War Machine's having a hard time pushing back out of that base, and IQ's just dominating.
So IQ, the upstart, the team that really shocked some people by making it this far, holding its own and capturing some key morale boosts here in Game 1 against War Machine.
Continuing to dominate War Machine's split in the back of their base, getting kill after kill. War Machine's going to have to change up their strategy if they want to stay in this.
So IQ picking up some key kills here as they are going up against War Machine, starting to push back the heavily favored Korean squad.
They're looking to get a nice res here on War Machine, and they're going to have to do a nice push. We got about 9 minutes until VOD.
Izzy, the importance of reses.
Well, every time the clock turns around to 2 minutes, every person on the team gets resurrected, and this allows you to come back into the game and push back out and make your stand.
So IQ looking to grab, they have control, looking to continue the momentum as we get closer and closer to VOD. They've picked up some essential morale boosts, setting them up in good situations for VOD.
It looks like War Machine's changed up their strategy here. They're sending 3 players to the back of IQ's base instead of the normal 1.
So War Machine makes an adjustment here late as we are just over 5 minutes away from VOD.
Yeah, we'll see if this is going to pay off for them as they're getting right into the base now. IQ's only sent 2 players back, so this split looks like they might have a chance.
And Izzy, that's a trademark of War Machine. They practice so much and they get so into the game, they know how to make in-game adjustments.
Yeah, although it looks like IQ is able to chase them out still. Those 2 players are holding their own.
So IQ picking up some serious morale boost. They should be in great shape for VOD. War Machine on its heels here, less than 3 minutes away from victory or death in Game 1 of the Guild Wars Factions Championship from Leipzig, Germany.
This is War Machine's last chance to get a good push out here on their split. If they don't get some NPCs killed, they're going to go into VOD hurting.
So IQ continuing to have the momentum here in Game 1. We are getting closer and closer to victory or death. And Izzy, you sound a little bit surprised that IQ's been able to do this much damage to War Machine.
Well, yeah, IQ's outplaying War Machine here, which is surprising, seeing how War Machine is such an impressive team.
And we mentioned it, IQ's sort of the team that has nothing to lose, so that makes them even more dangerous because they're going to play risky and they're going to let it all hang out here as we are approaching victory or death. 3, 2, 1. Here we go, VOD, Game 1 between War Machine and IQ comes down to this, and right there, a key morale boost again for War Machine going into victory or death. Boy, did they need that.
Yeah, it really seemed like War Machine's split there was really causing some confusion in IQ, and they just couldn't get a flag out in time.
So War Machine looking to regain momentum here, looking to get back in this. They had the fight taken to them early, now they're starting to get back in it.
Yeah, War Machine's getting some nice kills off an IQ's base and really causing some havoc. That split's really starting to work for them.
So now 1 minute into VOD, the tide is starting to turn as the heavily favored Korean team looking to grab Game 1 from the upstart IQ squad.
And here we can see Augie trying to take down some NPCs in the middle, and he's getting shut down a bit.
NPCs, the non-playing characters, is he always playing a huge role at VOD?
Definitely. They're the static defense that pushes up at VOD and shows a final showdown in the middle.
So now we were past the 2-minute mark of victory or death. IQ beginning to take losses after grabbing control. Another morale boost, though, goes to IQ. We mic'd up some of our competitors. Let's listen in to Rain from IQ.
Monk almost down. I'm gonna run a flag. I'm out of energy here. Oh my God, there's a warrior in the base. He's gonna kill me. There's a warrior behind you guys. I'm dead with the flag.
So there's some players down. 3 minutes into VOD.
This War Machine could end it right here. Look at this. They're already on the Guild Lord. This could be it.
So can War Machine finish it off here at 33-18, 19-20? War Machine, after really having the fight taken to them the whole first game, now seems to have the momentum, and they're looking to finish off the upstarts.
Yeah, they're getting kill after kill here. IQ's gonna have to do something quick.
Izzy, what would you recommend them trying to do right now?
Well, they're gonna really need to fall back and send some more defense to this base. And they're losing at the middle, they're losing at the base. They need to regroup and gain control.
So let's see if IQ is able to do that after controlling much of the action. In Victory or Death, it has been a different story as War Machine, the heavily favored squad, has grabbed control of this Game 1. We are just about 4 minutes in to Victory or Death.
Looks like IQ has done just that and fallen back to their base. War Machine getting pushed out of the base, Rain having a great effect there, and the disease is really kicking in.
Why is that being so effective right now?
Well, the disease does some degeneration, and without them being able to stop and heal it, they're not able to take that damage off.
IQ collapsing back into the base, and now they're going to chase War Machine out of the base probably when they try to get back there.
Yeah, War Machine not having all their players, they're going to try to fall back here. They're looking to slow down IQ as much as they can as they have the flag stand, and they're looking for another morale boost.
Izzy, how difficult is it to sort of regroup once you get into the havoc that is VOD?
Well, it's dangerous. You usually have to give up some objective. IQ had to fall back, losing all of their NPCs at the middle, and maybe a morale boost here.
All right, so the fighting continues as we are approaching the 35-minute mark, which brings the Guild Lords into play that much more, as it's 20 seconds away from that part of the game.
And as you can see, IQ's flag runner is just sitting here trying to not push out too fast, not get killed, and it might cost him.
10 seconds away from the 35-minute mark, which ratchets it up that much more.
There it is. War Machine picks up a morale boost. They did a good job of holding IQ back, but they took a lot of losses for it, and I don't know if it's worth it.
That's going to come into huge play here at the 35-minute mark as the Guild Lords walk towards the center of the map and become that much more part of the fray. As IQ going after the NPCs that were left behind now.
Yeah, it looks like, War Machine's last push might not have paid off. They're going to lose their NPC advantage going into the 35-minute mark here, and that's not too good for them.
So War Machine looking to regroup in this Victory or Death period of Game 1 from the Guild Wars Factions Championship in Leipzig, Germany. IQ against War Machine.
And as we can see, we see Augie and Valor going right down in there and trying to get some nice kills on War Machine as they come on up.
So Augie continuing to play a major role for IQ. And, there don't seem to be the NPC's not a factor now. That's just the way IQ wanted it.
Yeah, they've been controlling War Machine in the 8-on-8 fight this whole game, so getting those NPCs down was crucial.
War Machine beginning to drop like flies now as IQ is in control of the battle. IQ starting to make a push for the Guild Lord, trying to capture this always important Game 1. The upstarts from America, IQ in control now against the heavily favored Korean team as you see the health of the Guild Lord beginning to drop. IQ going in for the kill, and they are peppering and hammering away at the Guild Lord. Look at his health go back and forth. The monks now, of course, is he always playing a major role.
Monks down! All their shit's down! Go right through their NPCs and straight to the Lord!
So there it is, IQ pounding away, his health is dropping. He continues to drop. The monks are not there to help him. IQ is on the verge of a major stunning victory in Game 1, and it's over. As IQ comes up with the shocker, and the team no one expected to be in the finals is now just one game away from the championship.
Idiot Savants didn't expect to be in the finals. They weren't prepared for it. So they said that they basically played their own strengths. War Machine, on the other hand, well, you never can expect what's going to happen with them. They always have a trick or two up their sleeve. For the majority of the match, it looked like Idiot Savants had the advantage. They certainly had the morale advantage from flag capture, and they kept War Machine pressed in their base fairly often. However, War Machine is tricky. One of their players ran out and intentionally got himself killed near the gate, so that when he's resurrected, he could teleport back and start killing the NPCs of Idiot Savants. We got to Victory or Death. It looked like things were going good for Idiot Savants. It looked like a clear victory when it suddenly swung the other way around. War Machine started killing them off. There were 3 Idiot Savants characters back at the base. They were being attacked by 4. There was a miscommunication between their 2 teams. They missed a key flag capture, giving War Machine a necessary morale boost. It became a race. They were attacking the War Machine Guild Lord. War Machine was attacking the Idiot Savants Guild Lord. And just like previous matches, Idiot Savants pulled it out with seconds to spare.
When we come back, it's a must-win for War Machine as they take on Idiot Savants in Game 2 of the finals at the Guild Wars Factions Championship. Welcome back to Leipzig, Germany and the Games Convention. Thousands of fans are still streaming in, hoping to get a closer look at the Guild Wars Factions Championship. With their backs against the wall, War Machine must fight back to level the score against Idiot Savants in Game 2. Let's check in with the teams as they ready themselves.
I don't know what we want to do now. I'm tempted to run the same build. I think we can just stick with the same build and beat them. They'd have to bring Extinguish or something. I don't know. The disease was totally rocking them. I'm totally right. Just destroyed them.
So any changes? Gotta decide fast.
Do you think they're gonna bring a Smiter against me?
I don't know.
So now there's a little confusion as to what build they're going to play. Is this the first kink in the IQ armor? Let's see what War Machine has up its sleeve as it needs a win to stay alive in the tournament. It's Game 2 on Isle of Jade.
Get up.
IQ going for the championship will be the blue team. War Machine looking to stay alive, the red team. This is the Isle of Jade, and Izzy, this is a map IQ has had plenty of success on.
Yeah, it's a little different. This time they're not bringing around their signature build with the Meteor Shower. It looks like they're running the exact same thing they had last game.
What do you see out of War Machine's build as they try to make adjustments?
Seems like War Machine's brought 2 of the Warrior Necros. Jang running a Warrior Necro this time, and it looks like he brought Shield Bash.
And again, Shield Bash, its effectiveness and why it's so important against IQ.
Well, it has done a really good job last game of shutting down Augie, number 2. And now on both Warriors, that means they're going to be able to keep that Warrior momentum up and really not have any problems with the linebacker.
So certainly the linebacker has been so effective here in Leipzig for IQ. War Machine showing its adjustments and showing its ability to come up with the right strategy, or what they hope the right strategy, really looking to neutralize Augie's effectiveness.
Looks like War Machine's already gotten some players down, pushing IQ back, getting a nice morale boost early on.
So War Machine needing a victory to force a Game 3, grabbing control early, coming out aggressive as they try to seize the day and force a Game 3 here.
Yeah, with War Machine's Warriors being able to go to town and being uncontested by Augie, the linebacker, they're able to really get in there and do some damage.
Izzy, making the adjustments from game to game so essential. We're quickly into this one. You've seen the map, you've seen the builds. Who do you think made the proper adjustments in between games?
Well, War Machine definitely anticipated IQ really well there. They knew that they weren't going to change it up much, and they brought some really nice counters to deal with them. IQ really making a mistake here, not bringing out some of their builds and just going straight with what worked last time. That decision might cost them this game.
So the War Machine Warriors really proving effective, really cleaning up out there as they've neutralized Augie and taking advantage of the Shield Bash and all that the Warriors bring to the table as they're just cleaning up out there right now.
Yeah, we can really see Rain's disease kicking in again in this game. But War Machine this time, they brought some Plague Touch on their Warriors so that they can transfer that disease to the other enemy player.
Plague Touch, that's the first I've heard that from you here in Leipzig. What exactly does that do?
Well, the Warrior Necros can run up and transfer conditions that they've gotten, like disease, onto their enemies.
So IQ unable to keep up with the flags. War Machine picking up a morale boost here as we've passed 10 minutes. It seems that War Machine, as we've been talking about, certainly continuing to make the proper adjustments, while IQ's decision to stick with the status quo is proving costly here in Game 2.
Yeah, War Machine's all over running those flags and putting some traps right up at the flag stand, which is really slowing down IQ's flag run.
So right here in Game 2, War Machine starting to live up to its nickname as like a machine, a finely tuned machine. They are picking up kills, picking up morale boost, and just controlling the action. Sort of the War Machine we expected to see here in the final round.
Yeah, IQ got a nice little bit of a push there, but it wasn't enough. War Machine's already back into it and beating them down.
So IQ looking to regain some momentum, but it does not last for long as War Machine quickly turns the tables again back in their favor.
Yeah, IQ's doing a good stand here, but they're taking some deaths. Mainly their monks are taking a lot of damage.
And you want to be able to keep your monks strong for victory or death so they can hang around and keep giving the Guild Lord those healing powers. Monks are key in VOD.
Yeah, it really looks like War Machine's pushing IQ back to the base, gotten some key kills, dropped both monks, and is pushing them all the way back.
So War Machine in control here in a Game 2. Once again, this is the best out of 3, so they need this one to stay alive and force a Game 3 in the Guild Wars Factions Championship Finals.
War Machine's going to have to be real aggressive here, pushing up, getting some kills while IQ's got a couple players down.
So War Machine continuing to pick up some more NPC kills, the non-playing characters, which play again another pivotal role in victory or death, which we are less than 13
there went a bodyguard. That's a real nice move for War Machine, as that'll help him out at VOD.
So War Machine methodically going about its game plan, picking up morale boosts and really doing what it wants here in Game 2. IQ trying to find something to get back in the game.
IQ getting a res here, coming back at War Machine. Looks like they might actually get some pressure and try to push War Machine out of their base.
So a very key res. Izzy, real quickly, the importance of reses.
Well, the res brings you back into the game, and so you got to hold out to that last minute so you can get your guys back into the game and you can push your enemy out of your base.
So IQ able to push back, sort of hold off War Machine and its relentless attack for now. War Machine, though, looking to regroup and probably look to be more aggressive once again, as that's been their MO right from the start here in Game 2.
And as we can see, Augie's still trying to stay on those warriors and not having a really good time with that shield bash, just knocking them all over the place.
Shield bash, the equivalent to kryptonite for the linebacker. We've seen that before, the linebackers being so effective, but now War Machine has made the proper adjustments.
And with that, Jang and number 2 on War Machine are really able to push in and get some great damage on IQ and dropping those monks whenever they get a chance.
This is Game 2 of the finals from the Guild Wars Factions Championship. War Machine against IQ. IQ looking to seal the deal here in Game 2, but it's War Machine in control and looking to force a Game 3.
Looks like War Machine's well prepared on this map and is pushing IQ all the way back. And even though they're diseased, they're spreading it around. They're doing a great job of controlling this game.
Izzy, it's pretty obvious that War Machine scouted IQ pretty well and saw all those matches against IB and Evil.
Well, when you play 10 hours a day, that kind of thing happens.
As we said, they are called War Machine for a reason. They take this seriously and they are methodically picking up kills and picking up morale boosts, just controlling the flag and controlling the action.
IceCube's doing a great job of still being aggressive and pushing out, not holding back in their base like they have in past games. They didn't bring the right build for that, and they don't want to risk staying in their base and losing their NPCs.
The strategy so essential here to Guild Wars as you take a look at who made the right adjustments as the flags. Another morale boost there for War Machine. This is really setting them up in excellent shape for VOD, which we are 30 seconds away from.
IQ's going to have to try to do a last-ditch effort for a gank here as they're down on NPCs, down on VOD, and we're going to have to see what they're going to do.
So IQ approaching victory or death. Here we are, not in the shape they want. War Machine seems to be able to grab control and looks well prepared to try to force this to a Game 3.
Here we see IQ trying to do a gank and just getting cut down as they run through those NPCs and through the coral. War Machine looked well prepared for that one.
Now War Machine really taking advantage of a depleted IQ team early here in VOD.
Yeah, they're picking up a lot of nice kills here and really pushing IQ back again to their base.
So you see the importance of preparation and strategy as another morale boost goes War Machine's way. It sort of seems like they had IQ's game plan handed to them before this match.
Yeah, scouting and understanding what your enemy's going to use and predicting is key to pulling off victory.
Some teams go sightseeing around Leipzig, some teams go game planning and scouting, and it appears that the game planning and scouting is taking off here as War Machine obviously needed this victory to force the Game 3.
And here we see a little bit of fighting at these teleporters, and it's not looking too good for IQ.
Let's hear what Rain has to say as we listen in.
Here's what we're going to do. We all run through the portal in the center. We're going to send the 3 warriors into the base. Everybody else is going to make a semicircle around the portal. You got it? Hold on. Not until I say. On my go. Everybody bunch up here. We're not charging yet. Do not charge until we're through the portal. Go now. Go through the portal, meet up, charge us through the middle.
And here we see IQ going out for a gank, running across the coral, taking some damage as they move.
IQ looking to come up with that last-ditch effort in the situation they're in, but it doesn't appear to be working, is he?
Yeah, it looks like IQ's having taken a lot of damage here, and War Machine's just pounding away at their monks. Ooh, there went down the monk. I think that guy's DP'd out.
DP'd out happens when, Izzy?
Well, when you take 4 deaths rapidly in a row and you haven't got any kills or morale boosts.
A morale boost just picked up there by War Machine, and not having a monk will be certainly devastating for IQ and its Guild Lord. The monk plays such a big role because he has the ability to help heal the Guild Lord, keeping the Guild Lord around longer.
Yeah, with all of IQ down, War Machine setting themselves up for the VOD here at the end. It's almost over.
Does not appear that IQ is going to have the resources to keep its Guild Lord around for a while. We are at 6 minutes past the beginning of VOD. War Machine in complete control as the heavily favored Korean squad needs a win in this game to force a Game 3.
IQ almost lost it there, but barely got back in time. Being a monk down, I don't know how they're going to be able to push through all those NPCs and the entire team of War Machine.
Now, as we take a look here, you mentioned those NPCs. Look at that army of NPCs lining up for War Machine.
Yeah, they're just cutting down those players. Here we see Augie about to drop, and all of the rest of IQ is just dropping like flies.
It does not look good for the IQ Guild Lord, as this should be one of the easiest kills of a Guild Lord we have seen here. This could get ugly for IQ as War Machine turns its attention to the Guild Lord. He is going down. The health is dropping rapidly. He is fighting back, but he has no shot, and the Guild Lord is down. War Machine comes up with an impressive regroup game as it just bounces back and destroys IQ in Game 2. They needed that one, but you know what? These guys don't panic. They're calm under pressure, and most importantly, they didn't repeat the same mistakes from Game 1.
This one didn't go quite as the same as the first battle. Idiot Savants got to pick the map. This one had spiked coals and teleports. It's a way to slow down the enemy from coming into your base, but you can also jump around quickly with the teleports. Idiot Savants charged into the base where they only had one monk back defending because War Machine does a lot of splitting, but they were only able to take out one footman. They didn't get enough NPCs to really make an advantage. Idiot Savants neglected to do another flag capture. That's what they did the last match, which might have almost cost it, though they won it. Once again, they didn't do it in time. When an enemy puts up a flag, you've got 2 minutes, and if you don't put up your own flag in that amount of time, they get a large morale boost, which is a great advantage. Then the battle just continued on its way through. Idiot Savants made a last chance desperate charge to try and get to the teleporter with the 3 warriors to jump and try and gank War Machine's Guild Lord. War Machine saw it coming, killed them all to the man, and with their NPC advantage was able to take out Idiot Savants' Guild Leader at about 38 minutes. So now we're going to the third and final deciding battle for the World Championship. $50,000 on the line for first place. Stay tuned.
When we come back, the third and decisive battle between War Machine and Idiot Savants at the Guild Wars Factions Championship in Leipzig, Germany. Welcome back to Leipzig, Germany and the Guild Wars Factions Championship. With the American team Idiot Savants taking a surprising early lead by winning Game 1, It was War Machine who had to regroup and came away with a win in Game 2. With the series tied at 1 game apiece, who will be crowned the Guild Wars Factions Champion? Idiot Savants or War Machine?
That shower, baby! Yeah!
Balls to the wall.
Let's head down to the floor and find out.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I mean, I'm looking out here, probably, you know, what, 500 to 1,000 people all crowded around to watch this, and that's an amazing feeling.
You know, this is what we've all been working for all this time. You know, Guild Wars, we built it from the ground up as a competitive game, and of course, this is the ultimate expression of that competition right here.
We're excited because everybody here understands Guild Wars. They play it. You know, we'll hear them gasp or, you know, moan for every slight little thing that goes on in the game, and so they clearly understand the dynamics of the game. They're here because they're excited to see their favorite teams playing live, and it's just an amazing experience.
The crowd is into it, and the stage is set for one final battle between two top guilds. Competitive Guild Wars at its highest level. It comes down to this, a do-or-die Game 3. War Machine against Idiot Savants for $50,000. Map 3 is on Warriors Isle. War Machine, the heavily favored team, will be the blue team. IQ looking to pull off a stunning upset here in the finals. The red team. And Izzy, a quick look at the map and the builds. What are your first impressions?
Well, the first thing right off, IQ's running some crazy build here. They got 5 monks. My guess is they're probably running Triple Smite, a popular build around now. Smiters are monks that don't even necessarily heal, but they cause some AoE damage with all of their smite spells. And look at this, IQ running out the back door. I think they're going for a gank?
Right off the bat, IQ trying something completely different. This has not been their MO at all through the tournament. This is a team that got here by holding back and sort of holding on. And now look at this, Izzy. I haven't seen this before.
Yeah, they're crazy, almost suiciding into the base. If War Machine can fall back, and there they are. They're already ready and prepared for this.
So IQ looked for a surprise, sort of a Pearl Harbor style of attack, but War Machine having nothing to do with it. They were well prepared and right there for it.
So it looks like IQ's continuing to press into the Guild Lord area. They must know something I don't.
So let's see if this strategy, this unique, unorthodox strategy, can work for IQ, or as we seem to look at it, almost a suicide mission for IQ.
Yeah, this is really dangerous because when you get back in here and you have those 5 monks, they're going to have to deal with all the damage from those NPCs and from War Machine. It's really hard to stay alive. And as we see, there goes a player.
War Machine just raining down on IQ now. This strategy is not working out.
Yeah, it looks like IQ's taking loss after loss. There goes Ed. This isn't looking good.
So less than 3 minutes, less than 2.5 minutes into the final game here in the final round for all the marbles for the $50,000. IQ goes for a risky strategy, and it looks like it's backfiring.
And we see War Machine just cleaning up as we got Planeswalkers, Deep Freeze really coming in and stopping their ability to retreat.
War Machine picking up a morale boost there as this one early on is going all War Machine's way.
Yeah, and here we got IQ almost completely wiped. We got Augie trying to run out of the base with the repair kit, and it's just, he gets cut down in the courtyard.
Amazing amount of losses this early for IQ to be suffering, and Izzy, you seem to be caught off guard by this strategy. You seem stunned.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect the final game to end here over $50,000 for IQ to be trying something that crazy.
War Machine looking to take advantage, pushing out of its base. The heavily favored team, the well-prepared team, showing why right here as the War Machine living up to its name. The machine was ready.
Looks like they're pushing in, getting some key kills, just being very cautious. They themselves must be puzzled right now.
So another morale boost for War Machine.
We see IQ regrouping out here, trying to push forward, but being very cautious of the catapult.
What exactly does the catapult do, and why is it so effective?
Well, on this map, the catapult allows you to rain barrage of damage onto the enemy's base, and it can really stop you from coming out of your base. And here we got IQ doing it again. They're going right out the back door, right into War Machine's base, and War Machine looking well prepared.
Stubborn to the end. IQ certainly came up with a game plan, and they're sticking to it no matter what. And it looks like the carnage is going to continue once again for War Machine, going right at IQ.
It looks like everyone's just doing the exact same thing we saw before. Hopefully this time it'll work out a little better for IQ. They got a bodyguard down that first round, so maybe it'll be enough for them.
So let's see if IQ has better luck this time with this all-or-nothing strategy right at War Machine.
War Machine taking quick advantage, starting to beat down on them.
And here comes the Firestorm again from the bodyguards.
Yeah, that bodyguard's Firestorm's really playing some damage role for the War Machine team. IQ's having a hard time healing through it.
So again, IQ taking heavy losses, the Firestorm doing its damage from the bodyguards. War Machine just meticulously prepared for this game and was ready for anything IQ threw at him, but then again, IQ threw nothing but the same thing right at him.
Yeah, IQ's trying to go something interesting here, but they're not getting any damage on War Machine. You see Warberry, one of War Machine's monks, just sitting back, kind of relaxed.
Another morale boost for War Machine, and IQ again suffering heavy losses here in the early going. This one could be one of the fastest matches as the Guild Lord just stands there defenseless with no one there to protect him. And here comes War Machine.
War Machine's got a minute until the res. They're running across the battlefield. None of IQ up or ready to go. This could be it.
So do you expect War Machine to go right at the Guild Lord here?
Well, they don't have enough time to kill the Guild Lord before the res happens, so they're going to push in. They're probably going to go for some NPCs. That's what I'd do.
So IQ completely wiped out for the second time already in this short game, game 3. All or nothing, War Machine in complete control as you see the Guild Lord just hanging out by himself and War Machine going after the NPCs.
We see Jang and number 2 going right for the bodyguards, getting some quick kills, being supported by the number 4 and 5 players.
So War Machine continuing to pick up kills. Now they start to head back. They did their damage. The res has happened, so now War Machine looking to regroup and head back. Let's hear from Rain as he talks to his IQ teammates.
Basically, if they try to block, we're going to have to follow them up with smiting and hope that fucking catapult doesn't land too far forward. Don't push out there. Don't push out. Come back. Come back. Don't push out there. What are you doing? We're not going out there. God damn it. Come back. Valor. It's too late. Let's push out. Push out. Push out. Go. Let's press Valor.
There goes War Machine. They just hit themselves with the catapult, getting 4 kills on themselves. That's not good.
A case of friendly fire as War Machine that was in complete control sets the catapult off, but kills 4 players from War Machine. Half the squad goes down by its own catapult. An amazing turnaround. Let's see if IQ can take advantage of that mistake.
IQ pushing out, trying to take quick advantage of that, but War Machine's ready. They got their guys back up and into the game extremely fast.
So we have passed the 11-minute mark of this do-or-die Game 3. War Machine taking advantage of IQ's risky strategy early on. And Izzy, I don't want to beat a dead horse or a dead Guild Lord, but let's go back to that strategy early on. How risky was that and how silly was it, do you think?
Well, IQ looks like they were trying to get in there and end this game just extremely fast. I think they overestimated how much 5 of their monks could heal when 3 of their monks really don't have the healing capabilities to keep them alive.
So now War Machine looking to draw IQ into a fight. As this one, War Machine always up to something. Another morale boost for War Machine there, just cleaning up the morale boosts.
It's like IQ's pressing heavily into War Machine, and as you can see by their health bars, IQ's build has got a lot of damage, so War Machine still has to play very careful.
All right, so it's not over yet. As dominating a performance as this has been from War Machine early, the tide can turn. That's what IQ's hoping for. They're looking to get another break like they did earlier with that catapult.
And maybe their strategy is still hidden. There's something that we don't know.
IQ has gotten here by smart strategy. They've outfoxed their previous opponents. But when you're going up against War Machine, as the cliche goes, you're going to have to get up pretty early in the morning to beat them because they're probably already up playing and practicing.
Yes, they are. IQ pushing out of their base, but War Machine trying to get a split off, trying to finish off those NPCs, and really distracting IQ's ability to stay aggressive in this game.
So this is the do-or-die Game 3. This is for all the marbles. $50,000 on the line from the Guild Wars Factions Championship in Leipzig, Germany. War Machine, the heavily favored team, the dominant team, one of the best teams, if not the best team in the world, and they are controlling this one against the upset-minded IQ squad.
And there they go. War Machine split, just took down Rain, and it looks like IQ's losing some guys in the main group as well.
So you see the Guild Lord there, just sort of a sitting duck here in this game for another time.
As IQ taking some key losses all over, having to retreat rapidly back to their base.
So we are approaching the 14-minute mark. War Machine in complete control here. IQ trying to regroup, trying to see if that flaw they made early does not prove to be fatal. But this one looks like it's War Machine's game to lose right now.
War Machine's pushing up, but being very careful of fighting IQ in those closed spaces, as that AoE damage can really stack up. Here we got War Machine pushing in once again. IQ still trying to remain aggressive, even though these guys have all died 3 or 4 times and are close to getting DP'd out.
Another morale boost for War Machine. IQ just picking up way too many DP here, as some of their players are getting DP'd out and really just taking too many losses right now.
War Machine looking like they're pulling IQ out, and looks like they're setting up a body block. This could be dangerous, as if IQ gets stuck in there, the catapult could really do a lot of damage.
So this seems to be a great strategic move by War Machine.
There went all of IQ. The catapult just wiped out half their team, more than half. They've only got a couple players up. War Machine took 1 or 2 losses, but it's pretty much over. No one left to defend the Guild Lord. War Machine's got plenty of time to go get it. This could be the end.
That's why they call it execution, as they executed the game plan perfectly by drawing IQ out and then just pouncing on him right there. And now here we see the march towards the Guild Lord. Will it be a march towards the inevitable? Look at all those players. They are gearing up and they are seizing the championship. The fans here in Leipzig can feel it. They know they are witnessing one of the greatest teams in the world, and one of the greatest teams in the world showing why. The health of the IQ Guild Lord is fading rapidly. War Machine on the precipice of a championship. The Guild Lord is fading. He is down. He is out. And it is over. War Machine, in impressive fashion, destroys the Guild Lords in a matter of seconds to capture the championship at the Guild Wars Factions Championship. Izzy, I've never seen a Guild Lord die that quickly.
마지막 게임의 전략은 환상 메스머 하나를 작업을 보내고 나머지 7명으로 스파이크 점사를 하는 빌드였는데 상대방이 역으로 우리 후방으로 전부 다 공격을 와가지고 좀 당황스럽습니다. 그거를 좀 잘 막은 게 우리가 이겼던 비결인 것 같습니다. 네, 많이 좋습니다. 네, 행복해요.
War Machine played sort of their typical standard build. Idiot Savants tried a little something new. They had 2 warriors and 5 monks, along with a ranger. Probably 2 of the monks were the normal healing monks, and the other 3 were smite monks. As soon as the gates opened, Idiot Savants charged immediately all the way into the enemy base to try and take out a bunch of NPCs. Unfortunately, they weren't able to do so. I think they took out 1 NPC before they were killed completely off.
We did not anticipate the amount of damage that we would take going into the base like that. We thought with 5 monks, you know, even though 2 of them are only 2 of them are real, 3 smiters, that we would have enough defense to stay up for a long time. That was not the case.
So Idiot Savants is completely resurrected, and they do it again. All 8 of them go charging completely into the other enemy's base, and once again they were killed to a man. At 16 minutes, War Machine had moved forward and was starting to attack an Idiot Savant's base. They pulled back. Idiot Savant started to follow them. The War Machine body blocked them right at one of the main gates, where the catapult shot came in and killed the entire Idiot Savant's party in 1 shot. At which point, there was over a minute left for War Machine to casually walk in and kill the Guild Lord.
Yes, we're definitely satisfied with how we performed here. Couldn't be happier for the team that won. They're a great bunch of guys, and they deserve to win. They were definitely the best team here. Sure, we're going to try our best to represent America again, and it's very tough to qualify for this thing, so we'll see what happens.
Idiot Savants proved they belong among the elite guilds of the world. Their dynamic approach and never-say-die attitude took them to within 1 game of winning it all. Let this competition serve notice that this American team is a force to be reckoned with. But the day belongs to War Machine. Dominant, unpredictable, driven, This Korean powerhouse also came to Leipzig with something to prove, that all those near misses and runner-up finishes were a thing of the past, mistakes not meant to be repeated. $50,000 later, War Machine can hold their heads high. This brings our tournament to a close. All 6 teams have competed valiantly with great honor and skill. For War Machine and the others, there isn't much time to celebrate. A new season of Guild Wars is fast approaching with their latest campaign, Nightfall. It will certainly be exciting as War Machine will look to defend their title. Thanks for joining us in Leipzig, Germany for the Guild Wars Factions Championship. Hope to see you soon on the tournament trail.